Life can be a scary roller coaster with ups and downs, brief moments of calm and thrill, sometimes even scary bursts of speed. But what's interesting about this roller coaster of life is that no two rides will ever be the same. It does no good to compare our particular ride with somebody else's. Mark Twain has been quoted as saying, comparison is the death of joy. Good evening, everyone. My name is Anamika. First, I would like to be very clear on how I perceive this sentence and to what extent. Of course, some comparisons are very necessary for survival. For instance, in life, we will always have to make choices between two things or two people, and that does involve comparison. What I actually mean here is it is a really bad idea to compare your whole life to the lives of people who appear to be better at just one or two aspects like figure, talent, wealth, significant other. I think the habit of unconsciously comparing our partner with our friend's partner is something we have all been guilty of. Now, this forms a feeling of envy and inadequacy inside of us. Comparing our lives and achievements or sadness with somebody else's kills not only the joy, but also peace and contentment. Frankly, it's not even fair and practical. Okay, how many of you here have watched the Three Idiots movie? So, can any one of you tell me the one who topped the university exams at the end and the one who came second?
Yeah, Ranchod. Ranchod.
And second?
Chatur,
Yeah,
Chatur.
yeah,
Chatur.
yeah. So it was Rancho who was the first one and Chatur was the second one. So we all want to be like Rancho and he seems so cool and so gifted in his skills. We even see him being the most successful person at the end of the movie. Now it became like they were competing against each other in the movie. Now I want to bring this to your attention that even though Chatur was second, he was not a failure. Neither was Raju or Farhan. When we compare Chatur's success with Rancho's success, well, yes, Rancho might seem like the winner. But do we really need to do that? Why can't we just accept the fact that each one of them is unique and awesome in their own way? Some people are hard workers, some people are really smart workers. So we don't have to compare Chatur's success with Rancho's success because Rancho and Chatur both were successful. If we genuinely consider their goals and how far they came at the end, I would say all of them were successful. Your success does not have to be relative to other people and their achievements. I think such incidents also happen in our day to day lives. Tell me how many of you are able to relate to this. Beta, look at Sharmaji's son. He's such an all-rounder. He gets good marks in sports, academics, everything. Can I see by a raise of hands who all have faced this, or at least, to the very least, seen other people around them, your siblings, going through such situations? Thank you. So this pattern continues throughout adolescence when we compare our bodies with those of others, our skin, our romantic relationships, our academic achievements, almost every aspect of ourselves. And as adults, it continues. Our coworker gets a promotion and we wonder, why not me? We judge ourselves as inferior. Okay, social media is another stage to flaunt our so-called luxuries, combined with high expectations to earn big money and have a certain lifestyle. We end up being in this trap and start comparing ourselves with other people. Now, all of this is a big waste of time and energy. Comparison is the death of joy because we self-compare with others when we know all the hardships in our way, but just the positive information about others. That is what happens in social media. We can also understand this by a simple phenomena, hike your own hike. This is a basic concept among explorers and travelers. They use this theory to focus on their goals and not care about anything else. He might be able to reach the peak before you, but in the end, you will also reach there. See, it's just about the difference in timing there. The only thing we should be comparing ourselves to is ourselves. Now, I'm sure all of you might be thinking, okay, this is something that we all know, but how to get through this? Instead of comparing, we should count our blessings. Instead of competing, we should simply accept and appreciate the people around us. Instead of trying to keep up with others, we should find the ways to serve them and rejoice them in their success. See, you have to become intentional about not comparing. Let go of the comparison game because you always lose. There will always be someone more or less successful, more or less beautiful, more or less wealthy. You have to measure yourself on your terms and embrace your unique talents and gifts, which each one of you have. Measure your goals and dreams. How far have you come? What have you achieved? What did you overcome? And if you don't have goals and dreams, go set some. That way, you can gauge your own success. Now, since this is the season of performance reviews, I will actually give you all a small activity, which in turn will help you all to become what I described before. I am challenging every one of you to go back, take a diary, and start making something that I call a brag journal. This journal should be a place where you keep track of every good and bad thing that you have done this year and compare it with your previous version. You will discover that in this roller coaster of life, instead of obsessing over the cart next to us, we simply need to hold on, focus on our own ride, and enjoy it. It's you versus you. The battle is always won or lost in your own mind. With that being said, thank you for listening to me. Thank you for your time. Over to you, Toastmaster Shramika.